All right. So the challenge here for everybody is what you're gonna try and do here is we're gonna trade off of I'm trying to kind of phrase it so I don't give you the answer. So let's just actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm going to flip this around. Patricia, you are going to participate if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bail in 10 minutes, but yeah, I'll participate.
Okay, let's go Pops then. You're going to participate.
I'm in the same position. I got to take mom to the doctor in about 10 minutes.
Wow, thanks guys.
You be the other one.
No, let's go.
Your feet are 9.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. So I heard that. You don't have to leave in 10 minutes.
Well, I don't know where she's going.
Let's go, Cliff.
Okay, I can share my screen.
Let's see how many people we got. So what I want to do is I want to take two people, and in this market right now, it's kind of up and down market. I'm going to let Cool pick because he offered first. One of you guys is only going to take buys and one of you guys is only going to take sells. And the goal here is in the next, 30 minutes or whatever to be profitable. The challenge is to be more profitable than your counterpart.
A lot size.
Cool. I'll take sells.
No, Cool gets to pick first.
Oh.
Because he offered.
Yeah, I'll take sales.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, though, Pops.
All right. So Pops, you're into buys.
Oh, thanks.
Cool's into sells, and I'm gonna. Yeah, exactly. Jan says it's gonna be buy time soon, right? So that's the thing. You can only take buys. You can only take sells, and I'm gonna split you up. I'm gonna get my participant list here. I'm gonna start rattling it off. If you guys can do it, you guys can do it. If not, I know.
Can you do them on a split screen?
You can. I've never done it before, so I know you can. But we'll see. All right. Josh is going to bounce, so we're not going to do him. All right. Doug, I'm just going to go every other. We're going to go Doug is sells, Patricio buy, Cliff sell, Matt and Donnie buy, Artemio sell, Bob buy, Carol sell, Debbie buy, Dennis sell, Earl buy, Ed sell, Jan buy, Jared sell, Jeremy buy, John sell, John Rojas sell, John Scott buy, Josh will skip you, Khalid sell, Linda buy, Lisa sell, Michael buy, Remy sell, and Tammy buy. All right. So now you guys are all paired into teams, buying and selling. So here's the goal, right? Is to see real quick which is more profitable, buying and selling. So we're gonna go for the next little bit, probably to about 8:30. We'll go to 8:30 or to the half hour, and then everybody's gonna give us what you did. Please do it in demo accounts. Challenge only. And we'll see what you guys did. In fact, maybe while you're doing that, I'll just do a little quick spreadsheet, and I'd love for you guys to put your numbers in, and then that'll tally it up. I know Debbie says she has to leave, but that's okay. We'll kind of massage the data to equal it out to how many people did what. Be interesting.
I like the massaging the data part. Yeah.
Yes, I'm really good at that.
Yeah, Sean, I guess
just ask the IRS.
Hey, on the text, it says there's a rally going on. I guess is that Sean's? Sean's rally.
Online rally, right? So 8:30. So in about 40 minutes, we'll do that. That's fine. If you guys got to bounce, you got to bounce. Like I said, I just divided it up to everybody. So Those of you guys who aren't joining the online rally, I know you got to pay to get into those with street cred. So, I mean, I think that's just when he trades with the guest trader.
No, I think it's his once a month where he just trades and you just
Watch him trade.
survive.
Oh, that's not I pick a trader. He told me, you know what he told me yesterday on when he trades with somebody and then he gives them their money. Well, he lets Nate pick the person out of that group. And Nate has said that it is so hard to find somebody for him to trade with.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Why?
Because
Nate said that before.
yeah, well, for a myriad of reasons, like they don't answer their phone, for one, and he has to go through a bunch of people. And I'm like, but you're paying him money. He's like, I know, but I can't find people to give my money or give money to.
I don't believe that.
It's true story.
Really? And I've never gotten a call.
Well, maybe you have and you didn't answer. Because if you see an 801 number, answer it. It won't say Apiary Fund because Nate does the call. So that could be the problem too.
Well, he should leave a message.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, hey, you should text. People will respond faster to texting than picking up their phone, right?
I literally look at a phone call and wait for it to end and then text them, what do you want?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. Y'all have fun. This one sounds fun though.
Take care.
All right. We'll post what it is. I'm going to build just a quick and dirty sheet. Hey, I heard a really good dad joke for you. Why don't you ever bite a ghost?
Bite a ghost?
Yep. Bite a ghost.
Why?
Because it tastes like sheet. See? Dad joke.
Bad.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, is butt cheeks one word or do you spread them apart?
I'm not answering that. Okay.
There's this guy I was meeting with Sean at Sean's office, and the guy comes in to wash the windows, and he's been doing it for 10 years. And so we know him pretty good, but every single time he comes in, he interrupted our conversation and stood there for like 40 minutes, just telling us all these jokes. We're like, nicest guy in the world, but we were both like, wow, that was a time toilet. So it was a great guy, but he's like right in the middle of trying to get all this league stuff. But it was fun. He was so funny. He was a good guy. Let's go here. All right. Buy and sell challenge. So cool. Do you want to add to the, what are you looking at?
What was that?
I want you to kind of teach if you can too.
Oh, I honestly, on this one right here, I'm like, since I can only do sell, I was just looking for an entry position. Obviously, the trend being down and kind of looking at where the price cycles were and figured I'll do a little pullback, and when it does, then I'll get in. And so I got into a layer of 5 shorts and with a 5 take profit. I'm at the point where I do like 0 take profit, but I'm at the point at the same time, I'll just take whatever I can. And
yeah,
in a certain market. So I'm always now looking at what the price cycle is, and I'm like, okay, I know what the spread and with the price cycle. I know Khalid has this here, and it's somewhat accurate, but you always want to measure. And I'm noticing for me, David, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, because there's a certain amount obviously going down, and there's a certain amount going up, and I look at that, and I'm like, okay, since the trend is going down, there's a potential of so many pips that could be giving in the market from 7 to 8 to 9 pips, and then I set my take profit accordingly, knowing that there's a spread of 1.5. And so I figured, hey, if I can pull out 3 pips on that, then even on a take profit, I'll take it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if that helped anybody. But I think one of the things I want to look at is just I want to have as many confirmations as I can. So I start writing down everything I can that I can think. I think I send it to you, and I'm like, okay, I got to memorize all these because you got to do it all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I can look at all what's going on, what's it telling you, and saying the more confirmation you have, obviously, the better you're able to get a trade going.
Before it's too late, if everybody could just do a quick jot down what your starting balance was before you placed all these cells, that'd be good, because I'm going to ask you for that, and then I'll ask you for your ending balance really quick, just to put it in the Google Sheet. So just write it down or notate your starting balance before you started placing your layers.
Hey, David, what did you say I was going to do? Buy or sell?
That's a tough one.
It's either buy or sell.
I'll just pick one buy.
You can just pick. Yeah. You can just pick. Because we had some people drop off, so I just tried to kind of equal the amount of people that were here. Cool.
Yep.
You're not teaching.
Sometimes silence is the best teacher.
No, but I'm trying to trust me, it helps a ton when you can teach and trade at the same time. So what are you looking for? What's going on in your head?
For this pullback, I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to go and put a layer on there, mainly because it may be cycling back up a little bit. But I mean, because the trend is still overall low, I'm just going to throw in a 2 or 3 here to take advantage of that little jump up. There is lower highs, and so there's the overall confirmation. There's more on the downside than the upside, and so just jumping in and take out, and 3 or 4 pips if I can. Yeah, but talking and chewing gum at the same time in trading it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Mm. That's why I think when I told you that I like just watching you do it, because I think after a while you tend to know the language and what the confirmations are, and we kind of look at it and say, okay, that's why you did it. And I think it's just a matter of doing that over and over, and then have which I think the longer you've been around, the more we realize there's always 2 types of analysis. There's the psychological analysis and the technical analysis. And the technical, it's much easier to learn than the psychological one. And because you could have all the bullets in the world, but if you don't ever shoot them, it's not going to do anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, I can't think. Too early.
I'm going to just get a little heavier on this one, knowing that there's a
Higher probability.
yeah. of it coming back down, at least halfway. But not maybe.
Oh,
So
buyers got
if they got in, they should be able to get.
You never know, do you?
What are the buyers up to now? ROI wise?
Haven't I don't know.
0.5%.
Up. Anybody up?
I'm up 0.3.
That's good.
Or 44.97 so far in buys.
I can't buy, huh?
I don't think you'd want to. Why not? Cool. Why don't you want to buy right now?
Well, I mean, I was looking at that pullback. But it didn't come all the way half of the candle either. So my Avio's doing good though.
So what does that tell you?
What
does that tell you when you get that big old candle and it doesn't pull back 50%?
There's pressure going up, at least on this candle is pretty high probability.
Yeah, for it to extend another candle, it's a pretty high probability for it to go again. And so buyers would, sit and hold on that and not get out. But now you're looking at 50% of the entire move, right? Not just that one candle. You're looking at 50% of the entire move. And you're coming up into an action point right here. And so if it ignores that action point, then I also thought we did have a little bit of news that could be what's the catalyst of this. It was a tiny news thing. So if that's the case, once it stabilizes, you should also get 50% retracement of this for price cycle and then turn that into a fib off this move. Now, again, looking at the 5-minute chart, I'm just kind of showing you, I'm reading the 5-minute chart. It hasn't broken out of that down channel either, right? Still.
So when you have 20, 30 pip candles like that, are you saying as far as the pullback, you don't want to come down halfway if it's like maybe 10 or 15, 20%, that's a stronger probability of continue on. Is that
correct?
What you're saying?
Yeah. If you don't get that initial pullback at least 50%, then it's usually a high probability that you're going to see a continuation of that move. That doesn't mean that it's going to be double or twice that move. It's just the next candle should be green, right? And I'm not saying how much green or how far it goes green, but it should be green.
Mm-hmm.
And so for sellers right now, I would wait until you get that confirmation of the turn. For buyers, you would be riding the wave right now.
Also waiting for the turn to get out.
Well, that's riding the wave.
Yeah.
That's.
And if you're into riding the wave, you might have just beat the sellers unless this does turn and get a quick retracement. So here's the next action point. So as a buyer, you have to make the decision, is this a good place to get out or hold? Now, what helps you to determine that? What helps you to determine? Well, it's the action, right? So the action of this candle, if it stalls on that action point, or fails to break, it could be a great time to maximize your profits and put money in the bank. And we still haven't gotten a confirmation yet for sellers. When does that happen? Cool. When does confirmation for sellers come in?
And it closed below
Three bar
the last
reversal.
candle.
Yep. Good job, Cliff. When you get that reversal coming into the market. And we still haven't gotten it yet. It has to close.
It's coming up.
And then what you would look for is, again, a 50% retracement of the overall move. But and you play the action points. Now, I don't think you're going to get that in 1, 2, 3 candles. But if you can get a continuation of a down, so what you're looking at is it going to go, let me change the color here.
You haven't seen any.
Is it going to
anything yet.
go, is it going to go down for a little bit and then go back up, right? And so that's what for sellers, you got to be leery of it just going down and then going back up. So what's a good indication of that? If you get a break and it breaks below this action point right here, that's a really good confirmation that it's probably going to go at least 50%, and that 50% should just put you right into here, or even here, right? And so you kind of fib this whole move right here. And so if you draw the fib chart on that move, once it crosses, if this candle holds, this is definitely a good sign for sellers right here.
So it's down to the 23%.
Right. And so if it crosses that, it's a good sign. But if it fails to cross this, like I was talking about right here, fails to kind of cross that, then it could be another test of the high. So those are the things that you just got to watch and be cognizant of. Generally speaking, whenever you get a big expansion move, it tends to try to come back at least 50%. And then even on this move, you see that move yesterday, it came back. And if you fib that entire move, it came back on that move, right? So generally the market likes to go at least 50%. You just don't know when it's going to do it.
So it's playing around at the 23% now.
Right. So if you don't get that initial, like I was saying, if you don't get an initial pullback of the 50%, then it usually is a continuation higher. But if you do get the continuation higher, then you go to like a fib level type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Must be news.
This news, yeah. Oh, this destroys me.
Yeah.
This completely destroys me.
Hopefully you were in a demo account.
All my ways.
Well, I mean,
I lost.
I lost.
Have you yet?
I lost.
Yeah. Are you?
It hit not the take profit, but the stop loss. At least it hit one of them.
All my stop loss, I lost.
Yeah.
50 pip run down right there.
Now we watch for a retracement on this breakout.
So if you were a buyer, who bought back in Who bought back in on this stall? Because that's what you should have done right here. Who bought back in right there? So you should have bought back in right here because it failed to get past that Fibonacci level, like we talked about. Like you said, okay, it comes down here, it stalls, it could retest the high, and if it retests the high, you could get another break. Good job, bub. So this is maybe not such a good challenge. We're gonna have to redo the challenge, the same challenge over, because
Yeah, we got a news interruption.
well, it popped up, so definitely was in total favor of buyers, and
Yeah.
and I forced you guys to only be putting on sells. But it was a great example of how to read price action, right?
Yeah.
And how to read moves like this and how to make sure that you're capitalizing in the right direction. Now this definitely could be a seller's opportunity because this could be I would have sold at the very top of that. So if you were a seller, you sell at the stall of that and you have it come riding all the way back down. Now you fib the whole move right here is what you do from here. Probably here. You fib that move, or you could fib it down to here if it crosses this area. Again, you see how it doesn't have to come down 100%. I mean, on this move on the 5-minute right here, it came down to here, to this area. It doesn't have to touch this right here. It came down and said, I'm good. We're going to call that 100% retracement is what the market said. And we hit it and then boom, it exploded up. Now, you obviously don't expect it to explode up as fast as it did, but it does. It does explode up once it hits that 100%. So that's when you turn it into a ride the wave. Now, sellers, if you're not selling, you missed opportunities here to get in and to kind of recover. I would take that. I would have taken that all the way down to here, the sells, and you could have rode the wave all the way back down. So that's kind of why I mean, this is, even though you are selling, you should have looked for opportunities to because every time, I mean, the market was buying, now it's selling, right? And so that's the point of the challenge. Ultimately, the point of the challenge is learning when to flip your buying and your selling, right? And learning when to flip that in your head.
No, qu'est-ce que c'est?
All right, sellers, you have 15 minutes. Can you make a comeback? Make a comeback. Don't call it a comeback.
Yet. So looking at the 50% here on 5 minutes. Like those wicks.
So what fib level has it crossed right now?
Well, 23, 24.
Off of what
5 minute chart.
on a 5 minute?
One minute. That's about the 38.
Yeah, it's testing that 38 right now.
The 1 minute.
I like where you have that, where your take profits are. Cool. So it's testing the 38. If it breaks through, it should go down to the 50.
That's where it's turning.
Maybe. Or it could just be coming back for another test. It's all quiet today.
Yeah, because I've already hit my stop loss and all that to try to recover it all. Right now, it'll be probably increase my loss size and try to trade. I don't have time right now.
I think a good time to bail on buys right about now.
Oh. So you're not a buyer anymore. You can't change sides.
No. I mean,
You can't
if
be a
you're-
trader.
you get in, you get out. You get in. It's about time to get out of your buys right now.
I still think it's going to go down to 50%.
That's good for the sells.
Sure. But it could, it's not necessarily in how fast it gets there. You could be seeing opportunities for buys along the way. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So
Well,
it doesn't have, it says the market rarely ever goes straight up and straight down. Right?
correct. Yeah. But in the wobble technique, I'd be bailing on my buys. Well, I don't know. It's when I say that, it changes.
Mm-hmm. No,
And looking for the next opportunity. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyway, I have to bounce, but I got 106 on buys, and it was so delicious. I had to go back over and trade my life. I picked up another 100 over there. It's a wonderful day today. 180-degree turn from yesterday.
Yeah, it's the market giveth and taketh, right?
Yeah.
So on the challenge, real quick, what was your
106.
No, what was your
percent?
balance? No, what was your
crap.
starting balance and what's your
I was 1285, 43, and now I'm 12.6, 12.585, 43, and now I'm 12.691, 51.
12.691.
No, 12.691.51, yeah. On a challenge.
Okay, so you made 5%. Is that right? You went from 12,000 to 12,600. You made 600.
No. I went from 12.5 to 12.6. 12.585 to 12.6.
Got it.
Yeah.
I missed the 5. So 0.84%.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you killed it.
No.
And you were in buyer, right?
I was all buys. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Got to
Thank
bounce. Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I lost 2.24%.
Well, just 1 second. I'm going to give you guys.
From 9,515 to 9,306.
Just 1 second, Cliff. I'll give you guys the Doc put it in. All right. Took me a minute to build that out because okay. You guys can just throw your stats on that link. I appreciate it. And then I'll just tally them up.